You're enjoying the clarity that comes to you from contrast. So as far as you can see, the greater the contrast, the better you like it, right? We always have to push it just a little too far, don't we? Contrast is a very good thing, though, isn't it? Because from it, you are able to focus. And as creators, focusing is the art that you most understood before you made the decision to come forth into these bodies. In fact, these bodies themselves are focusing mechanisms. You said, wouldn't it be a wonderful thing if a part of this huge consciousness that is me, you said, from your non-physical perspective, could focus more specifically into an individual personality, interacting with many others who are focused similarly, who want differently, who believe differently, who live and create differently. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just move about together, providing contrast for each other, giving each other an opportunity to come to new, clear conclusions? And that's what's happening here in this physical environment. You are interacting together for the benefit of one another. It's an interesting thing as we watch you, because most of you seem to have forgotten that your contrast is of benefit to one another, because you seem to want others to think and want and believe just as you do. In fact, it seems to be the dominant quest of humanity. Let's get everyone to agree with us. When you are defying the laws of the universe, you are certainly defying the intent that you held as you came forth. When Jerry and Esther first began interacting with us in this format, they talked about how well they get along. But Esther mentioned that they are not identical in all of their desires. And we said, if you were identical, it would have been necessary only for one of you to come forth. In other words, the variety in perspective and the variety in conclusion and therefore in desire that is summoned is what keeps the balance of this universe. It's what literally makes the world go round. It's what puts the eternalness in eternity. It's what causes the continual perpetuation or motion forward. It is why you are on the leading edge of thought. And so we say this to you not because we want you to look out into your environment and see things that you know very clearly that you do not want and accept them and even begin voting for them and campaigning for them. We are not encouraging you at all to find things unwanted and say you want them. But what we are encouraging is that you allow the things that you do not want to be without your attention to them. In other words, it is not necessary that everything be as you think you want it to be. Now, in order for you to understand that, you have to begin to accept that law of attraction abounds and that law of attraction is a manager that sorts everything out. And when you begin to understand that law of attraction is a manager, so to speak, that sorts everything out, and that it is responding to vibrations that are being emitted, and then you further understand that you have absolute control over your vibration that you are emitting, therefore you have absolute control over your point of attraction, then you are willing to allow others to be and do and have as they choose. Until you understand that, we can see why you would be like so many others who want to try to control conditions. Because when you look out into a sea of conditions and you see conditions that please you, it is natural that you would say, I like that, I want more of that, I embrace that, or I support that, or I vote for that. I say yes to these conditions that please me. But when you look out and see conditions that don't please you, horrific things or just unwanted things, and you don't understand that those things have nothing to do with you, we can see why you might want to control those conditions, because you do feel much better when you look at conditions that feel good than when you look at conditions that feel bad. But the key for you is paying attention and, in fact, practicing what you give your attention to. Law of attraction is a big assistant there for you. If you have been giving quite a bit of attention to something unwanted, let's say, it has then activated in your vibration. And when something unwanted has been activated in your vibration, then law of attraction is going to bring more of it to you. It's just how it works. So the key for you is to not have so much unwanted stuff activated in your vibration. And most humans say, good, I like that too. Get rid of it and it won't be activated in my vibration. And we say, you've been trying that and we think it's a good time for you to give it up, because after all of these eons of humankind attempting to feel better by controlling conditions, you talk about unconditional love. Most just don't understand what it means. And unconditional love means letting the conditions be as they be while you focus as you choose to focus, activate within you something that is pleasing to you while you activate it. Law of attraction then responds to your activation and gives you the perfect life. And a perfect life is rather easy to live if you will keep your nose out of everyone else's life. But when you look out into those imperfect lives and you say, someone should do something about that, and you activate the imperfection that they're living in your vibration so that now you're not very happy, and eventually you may even begin to manifest some of the very thing that you saw over there, then you come to a workshop like this and you say, how can I make my life better? Or how can I be of value to others? How can I assist others in making their lives better? And we say, if we were standing in your physical shoes and we were wanting to express through our example a message that would be benefit to most, to all, the message would be, I've decided to mind my own business, and my own business is one of joy. So anywhere that there is a possibility of joy being evoked within me, I give it my attention. Whether I'm perusing my memory of past, whether I'm examining the present fullness of now, or whether I am speculating into the future. Since joy is that which I am dominantly seeking, and joy is that which I am dominantly tuned to, joy is that which is dominantly emanating from me, and joy is that which law of attraction is dominantly manifesting for me. And that's the way you live happily ever after. Many of you say, but I'm happy, but I worry about those who are not. And we say, keep it up and you will join them. You say, well, I don't want to be unhappy. I want to be happy, but I want to help those who are not happy. And we say, then you must see them as happy. You say, but they're not happy. There's this problem and this problem. And we say, keep it up and you will join them. And you say, but I don't want to join them. I want them to be happy. I want them to be happy like me, damn it. I want them to be happy like I used to be before I noticed they weren't happy. And we say, only you can control the way you feel, and you can control the way you feel, but you have to decide that you want to feel good. And when you decide that you want to feel good and you begin practicing good feeling thoughts, then you activate vibrations within you that are dominantly good feeling vibrations, and then your life expresses that and you spread that everywhere you go. And so, how does one go about observing everything around, plenty of it good, plenty of it not so good, without feeling the discord of what is not wanted? How does one go about activating chosen vibrations rather than life experience seeming to choose them for you? And we say there are a few tools. One is being a selective sifter, wanting so much to feel good that you just keep looking for things that do feel good. The other is not a new tool, but we're speaking it to you in new terms here today. It's what some call creative visualization. We've called it that. Today we are calling it virtual reality. It's where you decide everything about a sequence of thoughts, and in doing so, you activate vibrations that serve you extremely well. Jerry awakened from a dream recently. It was a very vivid dream. It occurred to me, he said, that I created every character in my dream, and I created their relationship with me. I gave them their moods and attitudes, and I put the very words in their mouth. And we said, you do that in your wake state too. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? You mean everything that every person says to me or does to me or feels about me is my doing? Yes. Because you have practiced activating vibrations that you, without realizing, are activating in others. And further, law of attraction is managing the rendezvousing of everybody that comes to you. So if there was not an activation point that matched, you wouldn't be having the rendezvous that you're having to begin with. Sometimes we see you be standing in the middle of something not very much wanted. And you say, somebody should do something about that. Esther's line that she learned from a very funny dear friend years ago is, somebody should call somebody. Somebody should do something about that. And we say, somebody should. And that only somebody who can is you. You can change your vibration, and when you do, everything that touches you will change accordingly. So the virtual reality goes like this. You take on the stance of a film director, a creator of something that's going to be seen on the screen. And you choose where it will take place, what time of day it is, what the atmosphere feels like, what is the general mood of the place, how does your heart feel as you stand in the middle of it, who else is there, what is the mood or attitude of the other, what words do you exchange, how does it feel as you exchange them? Powerful creating. So, as we're moving forward here today, we'll assist you in choosing some virtual realities, and we'll guide you as you use them for this one tool. Now, we're going to speak this to you many, many times today. We're going to give it to you here. This is the reason for virtual reality. In fact, this is the only reason for virtual reality. This is why we think it's a good idea for you to do virtual reality. And this is the only reason that we would ever suggest that you do virtual reality. Virtual reality is for no other reason than this. There is only one reason that we want you to do virtual reality. We are really wanting you to hear why we want you to do virtual reality, because there is only one reason that we want you to do virtual reality. Would you like to hear the reason? To practice a dominant vibration that will serve you. Only reason. And it's a fantastically important reason. Because when you practice deliberately a virtual reality, what happens to you is you can then easily, anytime you want, activate that vibration that will serve you. And sometimes when life shows you something that you didn't mean for it to happen, but it activates another vibration within you that isn't serving you, if you've been practicing in your virtual reality a vibration that does serve you, you can get there really easily. So there's only one reason that we want you to play with us relative to virtual reality, and that is so that you can begin to make dominant a vibration within you that is of your choosing. Sometimes people use virtual reality or creative visualization as a means of fixing something that is broken. And we say, you would not create in your virtual reality a beautiful house and then give it a leaky roof and then bring a repairman into your virtual reality and fix the roof. You get a sense of what we are talking about? You would just create in your virtual reality something that pleases you. And we've noticed that as you play the game, as you dart in, set the scene, choose something really quickly, exchange a few words, and dart out, you can maintain for 20, 30, 40, 50 seconds, sometimes 10, 5, 4. In other words, just a spattering of time, you can maintain a vibration that really, really serves you well. Sometimes if you stay in there longer, you start trying to fix things. So the key to virtual reality is get in quick, get a good feeling moment, practice it for a moment, then get out. Get in, create a good feeling moment, practice the feeling of it, then get out. And before you know it, you will have activated within yourself so many good feeling vibrations that they will dominate your vibrational pattern.